Hi, everybody. Welcome back to NAB Live, NAB Show Live. I'm Alex Lindsay, and this is Leslie Samuel.
Hello, everyone. Glad to have you all joining us here.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. And we are here with Rob Rutherford from Hive Lighting. Is that right? Yes, we are. And what are you bringing to the show? What's new?
All right, so we're here. We're the only manufacturing company that makes plasma lighting for film and television production.
Okay.
And
now define plasma lighting for our viewers.
Yeah, it's a brand new technology, so I get that question all the time.
Right.
Essentially what it is a micro star. We have a tiny little light bulb that we use. I'll just hold this up real quick. This light bulb that we use in all of our lighting technology is as bright as a street light.
Okay.
That is?
Yes. This little thing here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one.
All right.
So it's not like a LED or a fluorescent where you have a big array and multiple sources. It's truly.
But you could have a big array with multiple sources.
Yeah, we build those as well.
Okay.
But it really is a tiny little point source that is filled with gas. We excite the gas, and it changes from gas to the fourth state of matter, plasma, which is actually the most common form of matter in the universe. The sun is made of plasma, lightning, most of the universe. We've harnessed this power and really adapted it to work in film and television production.
Now, is this similar to a plasma screen at all?
It's a different technology than the plasma screen. People are familiar with the word through there. Nobody.
And hopefully it's different than a plasma cutter.
Yes.
Which I have a lot of experience with.
It's closer to a plasma cutter than a plasma screen.
Right, okay.
So the first question that comes to my mind is, does it get pretty hot when it's in use?
Not really. It gets about a hot cup of coffee hot. So you're not going to burn yourself. Really friendly on talent. We're sitting under some lights right now. Not a big deal, but if you have lights close to people, the benefit of this technology, besides low heat, is really energy efficiency.
Right.
You can plug all these into a simple wall socket. You can run them off batteries. You can run them off a small generator.
What's a typical watt usage?
Sure. Typical unit is 275 watts, and that's going to give you the output of about a 2,000 watt tungsten light, or what's called a 575 watt HMI, which is another type of popular light.
Absolutely. And what's the typical usage for it? Am I using it at home? Am I using it in a studio?
So we like to say we sort of start at street light level brightness and go up from there.
Okay.
So it's a studio product. It's also for on location. A lot of classic film and television production, but we do all kinds of things. We do red carpets for the South by Southwest and Sundance film festivals. We light shows like CSI and The Mentalist and True Blood and Parenthood. We're based in LA.
And the color coming off of this, right? Natively.
Natively, it's daylight. It's
daylight.
5600 Kelvin daylight. We get a 94 CRI, which is a color index rendering score out of 100. Even more importantly, it's a full spectrum light. So it's actually closer to replicating natural sunlight than any other artificial technology.
Nice. Okay.
And this is the harness it typically comes in?
Yeah, this is the Iron Man heart, as we call it. It's essentially a wave guide. We channel a bunch of energy into the bulb, and as I was saying earlier, it excites the gas inside the bulb, changes it from a gas state to a plasma state, and it emits a huge amount of light. And it's all from that little point source you see there.
Now, can it be packed closer, or is this really what it's required to?
This is really what's required to make it work. In our booth here at NAB, we've got different configurations, different arrays that we can show. People are always asking us, hey, that's great, can I see it even bigger and brighter? And we're happy to deliver. We've got 4 light frames, 6 light frames. Down the road, we also actually are going to have even bigger and brighter bulbs as well. So
it's brand new technology. New this year?
So we've been here at NAB for this is our 3rd year.
Okay.
But what we've done with the technology is essentially made it lighter, brighter, and less expensive this year.
Nice.
So
when you say less expensive,
what's the price range?
It's about $3,000 a light, which you hear that compared to a household light, that sounds like a lot of money, but we're actually a lot less expensive than many professional studio fixtures. So more affordable, longer lasting. Bulbs.
And you said it's the equivalent. I mean, just want to make sure.
Just step back. Step back.
The equivalent of a 2,000 watt.
Yes,
tungsten light.
on 275 watts. So it's about a 90% energy
low energy, high efficiency.
Exactly, that's what we
do. And
do.
I can plug it into a regular Edison,
plug it into the wall, run it off a battery if you want. It's really about a lot of high output, but also portable, energy efficient, low heat.
What's the voltage?
Great color quality. It'll run on anything, 90 to 305 volt AC, so you can plug it in anywhere around the world. Japan, Germany.
Pretty versatile.
Yeah, universal.
And it seems like I mean, it would be, it's really good obviously for film, but it also seems like as an interview kit,
yes.
Yeah.
you know, this is the kind of thing that, I mean, because this is something that we struggle with all the time. So we do interviews all over the world, and we're constantly, putting, checking all this stuff in. And for us to be able to, it's always like, how small can that little pack get? And it's just, and it's never enough light,
right.
And so you're always in this, like we can use, LEDs, but, and then I imagine you can put that behind a big softbox.
Exactly. So we work with Shimera, who's also here at the show,
right.
and some other manufacturers.
And for those of you watching, softbox it's a big. What it does is you take this little light and you put it on the far end of a big tent that is all white. It's like a tent.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a tent for the light, but it creates a big soft light, which makes everybody look better. So
I mean, well, when you're working with talent like this,
you need to make it as big as possible.
We need
exactly. Get it close, get it really big. Exactly. So.
So we work with all those soft boxes as described,
right.
make a big soft light, and that's actually one of the reasons we started the company and developed the technology. My business partner is a cinematographer, and
right.
he was looking for a high output portable light he could plug into the wall for interviews.
Yeah.
And we realized nobody
where did you find it?
In Silicon Valley.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what were they using it for? It's probably like they were using it for something completely
crazy things. I can't even talk about it.
That sounds a little scary, though.
The really cool stuff, though.
We said you don't have to kill them with the light. you could just light them.
We could just use it for TV.
Yeah, exactly. And they said, sure, go do that. Yeah. The really cool part is the original bulb was invented by Nikola Tesla in 1890.
Oh, nice.
It was one of his first experiments. He took a sphere of argon gas and. This is Geek Beat, so I can get into this.
Right.
Sphere of argon gas and introduced it to a radio frequency signal, and it started glowing. And a brief 125 years later,
we finally came back around. Talk about a man ahead of his time.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
And how long have you guys been doing this then?
So we've been doing. We developed the technology for about 2 years, making it work for studio and broadcast applications. We've been a company for 3 years, so in lighting terms, we're still brand new. But we do a lot of. We're based in LA. We've got 25 international distributors now, so we are expanding worldwide. We've got a lot of lights in New York and other production centers in North America, and it's one of our really key niches that we're really going for is super slow motion cinematography. Nice. High speed.
So and for people who are, the issue that you get into with super slow motion is flickering, is flickering and also just pure amount of light.
You just need more light.
The issue is that you don't think about 10,000 frames a second until until you realize you have to light it at 1/10,000th of a second, and that becomes this huge problem where you're either at a huge facility with tons and tons and tons of banks of light,
their own
or you're outside.
System. Yeah, exactly.
And does this flicker at all?
Completely flicker-free, 100% flicker-free. So everyone's had that experience watching a baseball game, and the batter goes up and they show a slow motion replay. Yeah, and it's just doing that.
Flickering a little bit.
If we replaced all the stadium lighting with this,
are you going for stadium lighting? Is that your next?
That's next year.
There you go.
Yeah,
one step at a time.
Yeah, exactly. But we do a lot of. Super slow motion stuff like every beer commercial you've ever seen with a slow pour, automotive crash testing, all the way to military ballistics and again crazy stuff like that. So anytime you see something slow motion on TV or elsewhere, there's a chance we're lighting it or will be soon.
Awesome. Fantastic, Rob Rutherford,
great
Hive Lighting.
Yep.
Where in the booth?
Oh, we are booth C, 5640. That's Central Hall.
Yep.
And where can they find you online?
Online, hivelighting.com, www.hivelighting.com. We're based in Los Angeles, but our lights are making it out all over the world, so keep an eye out for them.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, Rob.
Thanks for being here.
And thank you for watching. We'll be right back with more of NAB Show Live.